Hello everybody, it's me, Heather, and I just wanted to fulfill a subscriber request today. So somebody recently asked me if I could do a tutorial for hooded eyes with eyeshadow. So I don't have a hooded eye. Sorry, I'm looking at my viewfinder here. I don't have a hooded eye, but as you can see, I got a mirror right here. There's a lot of my lid is visible when my eye is open, so I don't have a hooded eye. I have pretty average eye shape, I guess that's what you would call it. Yeah, pretty average eye shape. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about when I say hooded eye, I'm referring to that eye shape, and this is a beautiful eye shape. All eye shapes are beautiful. We just have to learn how to apply makeup to them differently, that's all. So before I even get any further into this, I want to say thank you to my subscriber who made the request. Thank you for your trust, and thank you for valuing my opinion and trusting my tutorial. Let me get on with it. Alright, hooded eyes are the kind that whenever somebody's eye is open, there is very little space between their top lash line and their crease. Like you will see maybe only a tiny little slit of skin between the natural crease and the lash line. So the problem that this eye type or eye shape often has is that, well, first off, if they want to do a dramatic smoky eye look, they obviously have to use a different technique. You want to avoid piling any kind of dark shadows on your lid in that area between the crease and the lash line. You don't want to put blacks, you don't want to put dark blues, charcoals, even like really, really dark burgundy browns. You want to stay away from really dark colors on the lid because that's just going to close your eye even more. People with hooded eyes often complain that they look tired when they're not wearing makeup, even though they've had, more than 8 hours of sleep. So the way to correct that is to use lighter colors. Neutral colors are great, and it doesn't have to be super bright colors. You don't have to use like fuchsia and lime green, and you don't have to use outrageous neon colors to keep your eye looking open and awake. You can use just nice neutral colors. So I've already done a look on this side that would be actually a good example for a hooded lid. And I'm just going to do 2 colors, and that's all this is today. And I'm going to do a tutorial on that really quick. So I'm actually using the Naked palette from Urban Decay. This is actually a perfect palette for hooded eyes because it only has 2 of the darker colors that you can still incorporate. Sorry about the lighting, guys. You could actually incorporate over time, and I'll do a tutorial later on that. Today I want to keep it simple, just 2 colors. So pretty much any of these colors could actually be utilized. So the 2 I'm going to be using today are Sidecar and Buck. I'm also going to recommend that before doing any eyeshadow look, if you have a hooded eye, invest in an eye primer that has a brightening effect. Either one that has a little bit of pearlescent in it. That'll help to open up your eyes and make it look nice and awake, as opposed to, the lid looking like it's just totally closing down. This is my favorite eye primer. I've used this in many videos. I use this all the time. And somebody with a hooded eye can definitely benefit from an eye primer like this one. This one is called Greed by Urban Decay, Greed. And this has a gold tint to it. Sorry, that's not focusing, guys. But this has a gold tint to it. Sorry if you can't really see that. Got my light right there. So this will also aid in opening up that eye. Just a little bit of insurance for your eyeshadow look. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. I already have all my other makeup on, as you can tell. I've already done my brows for today. I've done some contouring, put on some nude lipstick, because I wanted my eyes to be the focus of this tutorial. So really just get in there, apply it all over your lid. Go out a little past your lash line. There we go. Alright, then we're going to take a brush. I'm using the brush that was included in the Naked palette. And I'm going to just dip into Sidecar right here. And just to give you guys a heads up, Sidecar has a lot of fallout, I'm sad to say. Has a lot of fallout. So whenever you're using this one, I didn't do it on this eye, so you probably can't see it as much as I can, but there's a lot of glitter fallout here, and that's annoying to me. So to prevent any further glitter fallout, I'm going to take a tissue, put it under my eye, And I'm going to put this all over the lid, literally all over, up and down, from lash line to brow, or excuse me, yeah, to brow bone, all over. Just put this all over. Thought this would be a good color to go with, a good shade to go with, since it's Christmas and a lot of stuff's very glittery right now. So why not do a little bit of glitter shadow? But for my lovely ladies out there that do have hooded eyes, you are not resigned to only glitter eyeshadow. I'm not saying that at all. This is just the shade that I chose to use today for my example, for my tutorial. Alright, now I'm going to take a different brush. With this one I decided to use my Stila brush. I believe this is number 15. I should know after having this brush for like a million years. Alright, and I'm using, this is a double-ended brush, but this is the end I want to use, the pointed one. Because I'm thinking of the ladies that have the hooded eyelid, and there's not a lot of space in there. So instead of using a big, like, crease brush, this one's perfect for really getting in there. And I'm going to tap this one into Buck. This one's actually a matte shade. So for ladies with hooded eyes, whenever possible, this one is very powdery. I'm sad to say that's very powdery shadow. There we go. Okay, I'm getting off topic. For my ladies with hooded eyes, I do recommend whenever you can, sorry, I keep tapping off, to use matte eyeshadow in your crease especially. Because this will definitely give your eye definition, but it won't draw attention to the crease. People will be more able to focus on the area between your crease and your upper lash line and your brow bone area. So really open up that eye. And just put that literally right in your crease. Like, it's best if you even just keep your eye open. Just keep your eye open like that and literally just go back and forth into your crease. More so on the outer edges and in the middle than on the inner edge. So even though I put some of the color there on the inner edge, I mostly want to focus on the middle here and towards the outer edge. There you go. So just like that. Then you're going to take another brush. I'm using a Real Techniques brush right here. And literally, you're just going to blend that back and forth. So that way you can have that nice transition, just to soften it up a little. And then if you feel like you've taken away from the color, from the original shade, from what we use, Sidecar right here, you can always go back and add a little more. But first I want to go ahead and do the liner. So I recommend using, like, use brown liners, use softer brown liners, like any kind of brown liner. Like, try to get away from your traditional black liner, because those can just open your eyes up a little bit, but give it more definition. Whereas if you're really heavy-handed with a black liner, that can end up closing your eye. And here's your other tip. So first let me just do a really thin line of brown. Doesn't have to be perfect, but ideally very thin. Put a little bit on the inside here, but very thin. And this is actually Corrupt from Urban Decay. This is one of the double-ended pencils, but this is a brown shade. So that way it gave my eye definition without closing it down. But now I feel like I've taken a little bit away from my original eyeshadow. And so I'm going to go back in to Sidecar, pick up a little bit on that on my brush, and literally just push it in. It's okay if you push it on top of the liner a little. That'll soften the liner again without having to really smudge it. It just makes it blend in nicely. So there, just like that. Here's your trick though. With eyeliner, do not line under your eyes. I'm not saying you can't ever, but for this look, if we really want to just open up our eyes, have it nice and bright but natural looking, do not line under your eyes. But do use mascara. For this look, I'm honestly just going to put mascara on the upper lash line and not below, just to keep the eyes open. Just put as much as you want. I would honestly recommend using something that's defining, something that really like lengthens the lashes instead of thickens them. That way the lid is not once again buried or disguised or hidden. Alright, so eyeshadow for hooded lid. Thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe, like this video. Let me know if this is helpful. And you ladies out there that do actually have a hooded eye, I would love to hear your feedback if this video was helpful or not. And also correct me on anything that you feel that I'm wrong on. Let me know what your beauty tips are for hooded eyes. Alright, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.